What's up, everyone? Shakiel Mahjouri here for CBS Sports, and you know who this is. She is the UFC's number 3 ranked women's flyweight contender, fighting Rose Namajunas in the co-main event of UFC Edmonton on Saturday. She is as cold-blooded as I. Frankly, I'm just kind of cold today. It's a gross day in Vancouver, Canada. Erin Blanchfield, how's it going?
It's going great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Coldness put aside. First things first, before we get to the fight, I always see you on these fight weeks signing all those posters. How many signatures do you actually have to like dole out by the end of that session?
Ooh, I don't know. It's probably like pushing 200. It feels
Oh my
like my arm started like burning out.
god.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the arthritis is coming. Hopefully not. Considered, I guess, like your pre-workout training.
Yeah.
Uh, this weekend in particular is very unique for you and all the other athletes competing at Edmonton because it's the first time that we're going to be competing under these updated unified MMA rules, which include most prevalently, 2 hands down no longer constitutes a downed opponent. You got to have like a knee or something else down as well. And also 12 to 6 elbows are now legal. Obviously, it's not super transformative, but it is impactful. I was wondering, in your preparation for this fight, have these new rule sets sort of implored you to either break some old habits or train to maybe get the muscle memory going on some new opportunities, particularly maybe from that like headlock position if opponent is trying to play that game?
Yeah, I think it's just it's kind of nice in some senses. I feel like the 12 to 6 or something that people would always do by accident. So that's kind of like something less that you have to think about. And then the downed opponent, I think, is a lot more clear. Like even if they have 2 hands, that doesn't count. You have to have like an elbow, I think, a knee, like your butt on the floor, something like that. So it definitely makes it a lot more clear of what that is. So I think it makes it easier for the athletes and like myself to just kind of like know what you're doing in there and not have to be like necessarily warned as much. Like the ref's always yelling, you're like, oh, they're down, they're down. If their hand has like, if they have weight on it, if they don't, one finger too, like it was always kind of like weird, and different states had like their own rules. So it's kind of nice to have like one set rule.
Yeah, I think that's a huge part of it too, because you'll see fighters like you could tell fighters are worrying, especially in that like front headlock position of like, can I throw this right now or not? And like, it feels like the space between it being legal and illegal is like a fraction of a second sometimes. So I
Yeah.
hope this is as effective as it seems like it's going to be. When you measure up Rose, there were some questions, and it came kind of as a surprise when she first made this move up from strawweight to flyweight. Now that we're 3 fights into her flyweight journey, what's your gauge on Rose as a flyweight relative to her time as a strawweight?
Yeah, like you said, it's only been 3 fights, so I feel like you kind of see her almost just like adjusting to the weight class.
Mm.
I know 10 pounds doesn't sound like a lot, but it's definitely a big jump. I could tell even sparring like 115ers or sparring 35ers, you can tell there's a big difference like within weight classes. I mean, she's still a sharp fighter. She still has good skills. I think it's just, yeah, I think it's more like a size thing. I don't know how much she was struggling to make 115 or not, but I think moving up to 25, you definitely have to deal with bigger girls, and I feel like you can kind of see her dealing with that.
So, just, I know we don't have a ton of time to get into the fine details, but when you sort of examine the fight, where is Rose going to maybe push you the most, and vice versa? Where are you going to give her the most problems?
I think Rose has really sharp boxing, so I think she's definitely going to utilize that as like someone like me that's always known as a grappler. And that's where I feel like I mean, I feel like I'm well rounded, but my grappling has always been my clinch and where I get a lot of my finishes. So I think, yeah, I think her sharp boxing is something I've been training for.
You're number 3 right now in the division behind only Alexa Grasso, the former champ, and Manon Fiorot. What's at stake for Erin Blanchfield if she just steamrolls Rose Namajunas on Saturday?
Oh, I think that puts me right back in the team in the title picture. Getting a finish Saturday, um, I think would mean like everything. It's always like not even just winning; it's always like how you win. So I think
Mhm.
putting on a really good performance sets me up in an even better spot.
What sort of impact did the fight with Manon, have on your training and preparation for this one? Like, what were some of the big takeaways for as you continue to sort of improve and round out your skill set?
Yeah, I feel like I think distance management was a lot in that fight. She's a lanky fighter, and she was able to really utilize that well. So I think working on that and just working my striking overall, and my entries to takedowns, things like that. I think just kind of melding my whole game together better and being able to implement my plan and not kind of falling into people's plans.
I don't mean to say this disparagingly, and of course I can't have any experience here, so I can only ponder. But you, by far, one of the most sort of lauded contenders in this division. You did get swept on those scorecards. How was it like swallowing that pill? What was the feelings like immediately after? And now that you've had time to process and look forward to the next challenge, how have you sort of utilized that to your benefit?
Yeah, it always sucks losing, especially like initially, and like every judge said you lost. But I feel like the last time I lost, I went on like a huge winning streak, like
Yeah.
previous to this fight. So I know I can. I've been training my whole life. I've won a lot. I've lost a lot as a kid. So I feel like I've learned how to deal with losses pretty well and how to really try to grow from them and not like let them, I guess, stunt you. I think some people kind of get into that rhythm. It's still a sport at the end of the day, and it's still kind of like following that same mindset as a kid. Like you have to like, oh, you just get better. Like you just keep training and improve. So once I was like kind of over the initial like sucking of losing, I was definitely ready to go back in the gym and work on what I felt like I needed to improve on, what my coaches thought I needed to improve on. And yeah, I felt like I had a good amount of time to really focus on that and then get back into a camp and feel really prepared.
What's Erin's short-term remedy for when she's feeling really crappy? I emotionally eat. That is my crux. So like a fat cheeseburger has to come right after any sort of personal downfall.
Yeah, I actually did like the exact same thing. I think we went and got like a huge pizza right
Yes.
after and just sat down and ate pizza.
Yeah, I like it. Are you of the mindset, because I know I am in all aspects of life, that you learn more from failure than you do in victory?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. Because failure, they hurt a lot more and you don't want to have that feeling again. So it really does push you and motivates you. Um, I mean, winning, you can always like try to like learn things from it and push yourself more, which I think is really important too. But that feeling of losing really definitely gives you like an extra push.
All right. Well, I hope you get to source that and it comes to fruition for you on Saturday. As we wrap up, because I don't want to be a downer, first, super off topic. The last time we spoke, I asked you what some of your hobbies were, and you're like, I'm a girly girl. I like to shop. I like to get my nails done. I like to go out with my friends. So I need some advice from you for my wife, because she's probably gone to about sorry if people are checking out this interview, but I need to help the poor girl. She's probably gone to about a half dozen nail salons at this point, and every time they either like cut her or like file her raw or they give her an infection. And she's not a confrontational person, so she's not complaining. She's not asking for a refund. She's not asking to see the manager. If she has to send a stern email, I'm the one writing it. Is this a her problem? Is there something she should like look out for when she goes to nail salons? Do you have any advice that can help this poor woman?
Honestly, that is a big problem. I feel like a lot of regular nail salons do have problems. I think you definitely need to look at all the reviews and like really look into it. And then there's always some girls like I know like at least in Jersey, there's like a girl in Hoboken or a girl in New York that does like they'll do it even like they do like gel X and they do like different kind of nails and they really specialize. Like they're only like a one person kind of place. So they do a really good job. I think sometimes when you go to the places that are really busy, they're trying to get people in and out. So it kind of lowers the standard of their work.
Kind of like a tattoo artist. Okay, you know what? I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
take this information back to her. Since you mentioned Jersey, I wanna end on this. How well do you think you know your Jersey slang?
I think pretty good.
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
put you on a
Sure.
short test. Granted, I'm Canadian, so I won't be able
Yeah.
to correct you even if you're wrong.
Yeah.
First, we'll start easy. Who is the boss?
Who is the boss? Oh, uh, is that from like
Musician,
a movie?
musician, famous musician.
Oh, Bon Jovi.
Oh, I think it's Bruce Springsteen, but I believe you if you're telling me.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
What's a
Oh.
Benny?
A Benny, I think that's oh, okay. That's someone that's I think coming from like Pennsylvania or something to like the Jersey Shore.
Okay.
Like they're
That,
like a visitor or something. They call them like a Benny. It's like
I,
people from Jersey.
all right, you got that one right. I remember. Can you tell me what disco fries are? Should I try these? Is it worth my time?
Yes, Cisco fries are good. They're just like regular French fries with gravy and like mozzarella. I like they do different cheeses sometimes, but I like mozzarella.
Okay, noted. I'll keep that in mind. Last one. This isn't really a quiz so much as a question. Is Wawa overrated or underrated?
I think I've actually, it's funny. I think it's like different parts of Jersey. I've always been more of like a quick check person because in North Jersey there's more quick checks, and then South Jersey I think there's more Wawas. And I like quick check better, so I'm gonna say maybe a Wawa is a little overrated.
Okay, shout out to Quick Check if you're visiting.
Yeah.
Don't fall for all the propaganda, all the Wawa propaganda. Erin, I want to let you have the last word. So very quickly for me, guys, thanks so much for watching the video. Subscribe, tap the bell, thumbs up. Give us your official prediction. Erin Blanchfield versus Rose Namajunas, the co-main event, UFC Edmonton on Saturday. By the way, let me help dispel any confusion here. 5-round co-main event, correct?
Yes, 5 round.
5-round co-main event. Erin, if there's anything you want to tell the people, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I'm really excited to fight Saturday. I've been prepping super hard. I'm looking for the finish. I'd say like maybe third or fourth round. I'll try to get that finish. And yeah, I hope everybody watches and it's a great fight.